There is this story about two brothers who had one kind of father that was an alcoholic, a drunk. He was addicted to smoking, addicted to drinking, so to the extent that he couldn't amount to anything. His children watched him before their very eyes, running down his life with drinking and smoking. Now, these two sons he had, one decided um, to put the best into his life and took a wonderful career. He was able to raise his family and he was living a better life. Let me call it that way. While the other son took after his father, became a drunk, was addicted to smoking, and he ran down his life too, like his father. He found himself amounting to nothing. When someone took interest in these two cases and decided to ask them a question, went to the son, the one that was successful, the one that made meaning out of his life and had a good family and was living well, he asked him, why did you turn out to be this way, considering the kind of family you came from? His answer was this. He said, looking at my father every day, how he turned out right in front of our eyes, I made a decision. I said to myself, I'm not going to end like my father. And that inspired him to put everything under his control to ensure that he becomes something in life. When the other son, who also became addicted to drinking and drugs and all that, was asked, why did you turn out this way? He pointed back to his father. He said, looking at the kind of father I have, I just couldn't become anything else. Look, I want to say something very important. There are so many excuses out there in the world for anyone who wants to use them. There are more than enough excuses. They present themselves. This son who never turned out to become anything, his excuse was simple. His reason was simple. Because of my father. And the son who turned out to become something about his life, his excuse or his reason also, let me put his reason, was pointing to his father. The same incident, depending on the way you look at it, can either help you, encourage you, or discourage you. Now, the son who never became anything with his life settled for excuse. I don't know what excuse that you might be giving concerning why you're not what you're supposed to be. We have a whole lot of excuses we give every day. We hear ourselves sometimes, we say things like, if I was from a better family, if I had uncles who were helping me, if I had parents who were there for me, if I had this, if I had that. Now, I want to classify two kinds of opportunities we always talk about. Most of the times we think about opportunities we will have had in the past, like you're like, if I was born in a very rich family, if I was born in this kind of family, if I had this, if I had that. That has to do with the past. There is nothing you can do about your past. And then we talk about opportunities in the future we wish we could have. People say things like, if I can move to Lagos, I'll be this. If I can move to this city, I'll be that. If I can just have this, I will be able to do this. If I can just get this. Look, I want to tell you, these two opportunities, the one we wish we had in the past, we can do nothing about, and the ones in the future we wish we could have, those ones are just locked up there in the future. But what we can do something about is the opportunity in the present. What opportunity do you have in that city, in that location where you find yourself? Stop distracting yourself with the things you wish you could have and begin to ask yourself, what are the things I do have at the moment? There are opportunities where you are around you. When you search them and begin to make use of them, they will cause increase for you. They will lead you to other doors of opportunity that are in front. But first, you must begin with the one you have. There is something Jesus said in the parable of the talent that never ceases to amaze me. He said, To the one who have, more will be given. To the one that has nothing, even the little he has will be taken away from him. That means if someone has nothing, the little he has will be taken away from him. It has a whole lot of meaning. That implies that that thing which he has, which is taken as nothing, that nothing will be taken away from him. That thing he calls nothing. Look, there are things you regard as nothing in your life. You feel this one is just too small, it's nothing, it's meaningless. Those are the things other people are praying that they could have. They are praying that they wish they can have that very thing which you are calling nothing. Look, if you will begin to water the very little thing you have, nurture it, make the best use of it, it's going to increase for you. There are people who are less qualified, or let me put it this way, there are people who do not have qualification as much as you have, who are doing things that you dream of doing. Look around. There are people that way. They don't have as much as you have, but are doing things that you are wishing you could do. All because you are neglecting what you have. Do not give yourself excuses. Do not entertain excuses. Get yourself down and begin to work with what you have. It is better to start with the little you have and fail and start all over than not to start at all. At least you have learned from the failure. When you start and you fail, you learn from the failure. By all means, I repeat, by all means, start. No matter what it will cost you, start. It's better for you to start and learn while doing it than sitting down. Someone who never started at all has learned nothing, taking precautions here and there and having excuses. Oh, I can't do this because I don't have this. I can't do this because I don't have this. What about the one you have? Life is not about the opportunities we do not have, opportunities that are not available to us. Life is about what you do with the opportunities that you have. Quit focusing on the things that you do not have, the things you are not, that are not within your disposal. Then try and look at the ones that you have and make the best of it. It's not about how many people have treated you badly. It's not about how many no's you have gotten. It's about the one yes, the one yes that you could get if you will persist to get it. What excuse is keeping you away from starting? Look at that excuse and challenge that excuse. Till I see you in the next video. Keep winning by making the best out of the opportunities you have around you. God bless you.